Well, I mean, obviously, Vaughn's gonna be living in a cardboard box.
or under a bridge.
Yep. Even if he goes to a homeless shelter, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna tell him, "Have you signed up for Social Security or disability?"
Well, he can't even fill the paperwork out.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is he's so good on the computer and he looks up all these laws of the state of Kentucky, but he can't look up the word Social Security.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it. And yes, the lawyer has asked for all the keys.
Are they pressuring Jim quite a bit to go ahead and give him the keys as soon as possible?
Well, no, because they want to make sure there's insurance on the house, and then they're having them appraised. That way, somebody ain't saying, well, Jim sold that property for too much or not enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't want Irving to say his mom's property's worth $1 million when we got four people saying it's only worth 100,000. And it'll take us a few months to probably take him out of there, but he's going to be gone sooner or later.
Yeah.
You guys know that check that he talks about with Jerry? Ask him who filled the paperwork out. If he says he did, he's lying to you.
Okay.
Ray did it.
Do you know what's going to happen with Vaughn's truck? I mean, is he going to be able to keep it, or?
Me personally, I was going to let him keep it. Millie thought about letting him keep it now to go at least down to the carryout to get food, but pretty soon the money's going to be gone.
Even if he
I
was
wanted
able
to give
keep
him
the truck?
eviction notice the day I took power of attorney.
Okay.
I wanted to give him the eviction notice there, but his mama did not want him out on the streets.
So you haven't given it to him yet?
I can't do it no more. Uncle Little Jim controls it all now.
Okay.
He's the executive of the will.
Okay.
And the judge and the lawyer both looked at Jim. Jim goes, well, what's that contain? He goes, you have to let the lawyers know how much the money's worth, what she's got in the house, what does she have, everything, down to the last fork. And they're going to total it all up and figure it all out. And Uncle Jim will get 3% of what she's got. You know what he told him? Keep it.
But they kind of need everybody they need everybody out before they do that, right?
Well, they can estimate the houses, but once they sell them, yeah, everybody has to move.
Yeah.
And the funny part about it is, I think every one of them's already sold. We're just waiting to have it done. I heard the teacher across the street offered 125,000.
That's nice.
And that's for Alice's 167 acres, 2.5 mountains, 2 mobile homes.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem, one of the homes is Irvy's.
So do you know, as far as Vaughn's kids, do you know if how they're doing? Have they been like?
I ain't heard anything. I've talked to Irvy's ex-wife, and she says they're doing good.
Okay.
And I have told her exactly what was going to happen. Jim is going to sell all the properties because he can't take care of them until they're 21.
Yeah.
Sell all the properties, stick all the money in the bank, and it sits there until they turn 21. They split it 33.3%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if Jerry ain't got common sense by then they will have to have somebody over Jerry, one of the girls or somebody else that's not Irvy.
It'll be kind of fitting. It'll be kind of fun to watch, one of those big ass dumpsters get pulled up by Vaughn's mobile home and just have people throwing all of his shit.
Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to. He's especially when he started saying that I killed his mother. I had the camera on one day when she fell about 2-3 years ago, and I heard her fall. It was dead of daytime. I heard her fall, and I told Irby, go check on her. He went over there, checked on her. I called, and because I could see he's there, I called over there. I was like, what's going on? Oh, she's out on the floor. Well, help her up. I can't get her up. And turned around and walked away. Went out her door and went back home. I called the fireman who lived 6 houses down. That Ron Combs that supposed to owe him all that money.
Wow.
He went down there, and by the time he got there, I was already there. And me and him got her in the chair, and I started showing her numbers. Are you okay, honey? She was, to me, not coherent. Yeah, she knew who I was and all, but she just wasn't her. I took her to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Well, as her medical power of attorney, wasn't it his responsibility to take her to the doctor?
Yeah, but the doctor told him never to come back in that building again. Or because he called him a quack. You couldn't pay me enough money to walk in that trailer. Millie went over there 2 days ago and bought all the keys. She said that she's supposed to get in. She went over there and told him that. She said the smell kicked her right back out the door. Do you want to know what we gave him for Christmas for the last 3 straight years? Deodorant. She told me he used a sponge bath. Yeah, he take a hot rag, wipe his underarms, wipe his balls, and he's done. You know, his mom getting that black eye by the injury, I blame that all on Irvy. She wasn't on her meds.
So is the truck insured? I mean, what happens if a cop?
As far as I know, it is not insured. So if he wrecks it, then the estate is going to be in big trouble.
From what I've heard, Millie came and gathered the keys.
She said she wanted all the keys, but he never gave them to her. So she's going to go down and get some kind of order for him to be ordered to give them to her.
But so you think he's probably going to get that eviction notice within the next couple of months?
The properties are going to sell pretty quick. As soon as the lawyer says we can sell them, then Jim's going to put them up for sale.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I'm crying because I got to move. But if I get the right price for this place, I'll buy it from them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give them double what I think it's worth.
Mm-hmm. But no matter what happens, Vaughn has to get the fuck out, basically.
Oh, yeah. Vaughn, unless he's got money to buy the property, and we've already got someone offering money on it.
Yeah.
$125,000 is a large lump sum.
So I guess he'll just have to be he'll be dropped off at the nearest homeless shelter or something, basically.
Well, if they don't let him have the truck, he'll have to be dropped off at some shelter. But we don't even know if we're even going to get that far because child support's all over him, and there's other people all over him too, and it ain't just the neighbors.
Okay. In Kentucky, if you owe child support, do they put you in jail?
Oh yeah, that's in every state.
He might end up being the one with multiple felonies.
Yeah. Well, there's still stuff going on still besides that too, and I'm waiting for it to fall in place. And I can't really talk about it yet because people tell us we're not allowed to talk about it.
That's fine. The safest place for Vaughn might be jail.
Well, son, it's a warm bed. It's 3 meals a day, and Bubba will make sure he takes a shower. Miss Alice asked me, where did I go wrong with him, Larry?
Yeah.
I really think that she kind of really spoiled him. And you got to remember there's Glinda, which is his sister, okay? She's getting older now. She's going out on her own. She's going to go out and have some kids here. Irvy was Alice worked every single day. Her husband worked every single day. Nobody's raising Irvy. Irvy's raising himself. They never taught him disrespect or, to respect your parents or your elders or anything.
Any CPS person walk into that house right now and say, oh, we're thinking about putting these kids back. They take one look at his fucking house. They'd be like, nope.
Yeah, and he don't know when they will show back up. They will come out there. That's why he wanted to move over in his mom's trailer. Because he thought, well, they'll come in and see my mom's house is cleaned and I'll get my kids back.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen, buddy.
Well, and even if those kids did go back, those kids aren't going to want to sit there and fucking end up being his fucking caretaker.
locking them in their bedrooms until he's ready to feed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'll throw a piece of bologna on 2 pieces of bread and throw it to them.
Wow. Do you know if Vaughn is schizophrenic? Maybe just because
I don't know, but I know he's afraid of the dark.
Huh?
I don't know, but I know he's afraid of the dark.
Interesting.
Well, he's going to get himself in jail, or he's going to get himself in a nut house, or on the top of a hill somewhere. Because down here we do have coyotes, we do have bear, we do have anything else that'll eat man. They'll find his bones about 5-6 years later, being dragged down by the wild animals.
But yeah, let's see. So you said in August, he's probably going to be out of there by August. So
I think everything should be done by August.
So
I'm hoping. I mean, like I said, if I have to move, then I pack up and move. It ain't bothering me. Right. You got to figure, the lawyer's doing what they're doing, and Jim and Millie's making sure insurance is all paid up, all the bills are covered.
Yeah.
They are waiting on a check to come in right now from all of her shares that she had, which is another something like $25,000. Irvy says that Stinky says that he got his dad's inheritance check, $2 million. He didn't get his dad's inheritance because I found it. And the weirdest thing, it was sitting right out in front of him, right on his mom's table. And it was only worth $30,000 is what he left. It was $30,000, and I put it in Alice's bank account because he took over 30-something thousand out of her bank account when he was in control of everything. Well, I mean, guys, you guys think you want him evicted? The Frosts want him evicted as fast as we can, but we want to do it the right way. That way he can't say we did something wrong. I mean, we want to do it the right way. We want to do it Alice's way. Even if we have to take him to the shelter or we take him to a bridge that he can live up under. I don't care. It's just like if he goes to jail, what are we going to do with all of his stuff? To me, we go rent some little shack or whatever they call them, storage unit, put all his stuff in the storage unit, and his $250 a month that he's supposed to get will pay his storage unit until he gets out of jail. And by the time he gets out of jail, all the properties will be sold, all the money will be sitting in that one big bank account, waiting for his kid's turn of age.
Well, I mean, if he gets tossed in the slammer for unpaid child support, any idea when that might happen?
No, but I hope soon. I hope soon. I mean, they're not going to let it go too long.
Okay.
I wouldn't think. I mean, usually I've never owned child support in the state of Kentucky, but I have in Ohio. And within 30 days, I was getting notices, you start paying us or we're coming to get you.
Because what I'm thinking is it would be kind of perfect if, Vaughn got hauled away for lack of child support. And that way you guys can do whatever you need to do with the properties without his involvement in any way.
Yeah, I think it would be smart to do it. But then we do have, like I said, we have something else happening too here shortly, and we don't want to blow that wide open yet. And that would make both of them little charges chump change.
It's not
one can give him 3 to 5, the other one can give him 25 to life. He had control of all of his mom's money. He had control of everything. He was the power of attorney there for over 6.5 months. But he messed up. He did not pay her bills. He said, I called the credit card in and I just went on with it. And I thought the bill was paid. And then when I went and paid it the next month, that the credit card didn't work. And I was like, okay, did you go down there and get your money order or go down to the telephone company and pay it in cash right now? You know what I mean? You're 2 months late. Oh, no. Then here's the third month and he still ain't paid it. His mom called me crying, Larry, they're getting ready to shut my phone off. And I got a paper that says AARP is not covering me no more. Honey, I will be over there first thing in the morning and I will see what you're talking about. I still have them bills, so he can't say that I'm lying because I have that bill.
So he's like stealing from his mother, and then the money that she's got that he's in charge of, he's not even fucking paying the bills.
Yeah, exactly. He was taking the money, but he didn't pay the bills, not her bills. So he was
If there's
spending it on
evidence of that,
something.
yeah, and I mean, if there's evidence of that, I mean, he could be charged with fraud.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's better than no. He get a little more than just fraud. He's going to get it for $32,000 is a lot of money. They have another
Yeah,
name for that. He said I was stealing it all from his mommy. I got a brand new truck.
yeah.
All he has to do is look at the front license plate, and it says Jim and Millie right on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who owns the truck. They're letting me borrow it because
Yeah.
mine's in the garage.